Get ready, FlickPop fans, because we're diving headfirst into the biggest stories shaking up the world of politics and media. From explosive lawsuits to international summits, we've got it all, and it's coming at you fast. First up, Donald Trump is taking on the media giants, and the stakes are huge. We're talking billions of dollars and a direct challenge to the press. Will the news outlets stand their ground, or will they buckle under the pressure? Then, we jet across the pond to the UK, where President Trump is meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer. What crucial geopolitical issues are on the table as these two leaders connect at the iconic Chequers estate? But wait, there's more. The Federal Reserve is making waves with a surprising show of unity, pushing back against President Donald Trump's demands for rate cuts. How are they maintaining their independence in the face of unprecedented pressure? And finally, we're breaking down Trump's controversial plan to designate Antifa as a terrorist organization. What does this mean, and what are the implications of this bold move? Stick around, because you won't want to miss a single second of this action-packed update. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to FlickPop, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Donald Trump is making a massive move against the New York Times, demanding a staggering $15 billion in damages. This isn't just another lawsuit. It's a direct challenge to the media's role in reporting on his presidency, following a similar $10 billion suit against the Wall Street Journal. Trump's administration appears fully committed, signaling a potential shift in how media outlets navigate his presidency. The core of the lawsuit revolves around articles published during the 2024 campaign that questioned Trump's business and entertainment achievements, including his time as host of The Apprentice. The suit names the newspaper, 4 reporters, and Penguin Random House. The New York Times has firmly stated the lawsuit lacks merit and is an attempt to stifle reporting, pointing out that the $15 billion demand is 7 times their annual revenue. This high-stakes legal battle has the media world on edge, with many watching to see if this sets a precedent for presidential media relations. The sheer scale of the demand has sparked widespread debate about free press and accountability. Will this unprecedented legal assault redefine presidential press relations? Get ready, because next we're heading to the UK for President Trump's meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer. President Donald Trump has arrived in the UK for a crucial meeting with Prime Minister Keir Starmer at the historic Chequers estate. This high-profile summit comes at a pivotal moment, with both leaders set to tackle a range of pressing geopolitical issues that will shape international relations. The discussions are expected to cover global security challenges, economic partnerships, and strategies for navigating an increasingly complex world stage. The setting at Chequers, the traditional country residence of British prime ministers, offers a more intimate and focused environment for these critical talks. Both leaders are aiming to strengthen the bilateral relationship and find common ground on shared global priorities. This meeting is being closely watched by international observers as a key indicator of future diplomatic engagements and potential policy alignments between the two powerful nations. Stay tuned as we break down the outcomes of this significant international summit. But first, we're heading back to Washington for a surprising development at the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve has just made a significant decision, reducing its key interest rate in a move that's being hailed as a powerful display of unity and independence. This action comes amidst intense scrutiny and relentless pressure from President Donald Trump, who has been pushing for much steeper rate cuts. Many analysts anticipated a contentious meeting, especially with a new Trump appointee hastily added to the board just before the sessions began. The White House's previous efforts to influence Fed policy, including floating potential replacements for Chair Jerome Powell, added to the speculation of internal division. Trump himself had appointed 3 members to the board, who could have potentially backed more aggressive cuts. However, despite these pressures and concerns about inflation still hovering above the 2% target, the Fed's rate-setting committee showed remarkable cohesion. Only one official, Stephen Murrin, a recent Trump nominee, dissented from the quarter-point rate reduction. This near-unanimous vote with Trump appointees Christopher Waller and Michelle Bowman voting with the majority after having dissented in previous meetings, sent a strong message. Economists like Brian Bethune praised the Fed for not bowing to the monarch and for making a balanced decision for the economy. Former Fed economist Claudia Sahm noted that the institution is under attack, making this unified stance crucial. This demonstration of independence is a major story, but the Fed's actions are just one piece of the puzzle. Next up, we're diving into President Trump's controversial declaration about Antifa. President Donald Trump has announced his intention to designate Antifa as a major terrorist organization, a bold declaration that raises significant questions. This move targets a decentralized movement, and the administration has yet to provide concrete details on how this designation will be implemented. Trump made the announcement via social media, labeling Antifa a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, and vowing to investigate its funders. Antifa, an umbrella term for various far-left militant groups resisting fascism and neo-Nazism, is not a singular entity, making its classification as a terrorist organization legally complex, especially given First Amendment protections for domestic groups. Unlike foreign terrorist organizations listed by the State Department, there's no direct domestic equivalent, complicating the Justice Department's ability to prosecute individuals for material support. The announcement follows past discussions by Trump on the matter, including in 2020. While some lawmakers like Senator Bill Cassidy have supported the move, others, including former FBI Director Christopher Wray, have previously stated that Antifa functions more as an ideology than an organization with a structure amenable to such a designation. The legal and practical implications of labeling a diffuse movement as a terrorist group remain a major point of contention and debate. This is a developing story with major implications for civil liberties and political discourse. Don't go anywhere, because we're about to wrap up all today's top headlines in our lightning round recap. And that's a wrap on today's biggest stories. Donald Trump is suing the New York Times for $15 billion. President Trump met with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer at Chequers. The Federal Reserve showed surprising unity against Trump's pressure, and Trump plans to designate Antifa as a terrorist group. What a packed show! If you loved this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to FlickPop for more, ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload, and drop a comment below telling us your thoughts on these massive headlines. You can also follow us on all our social media channels for even more updates. Thanks for watching FlickPop.